Okay, hi, I am Susie Snow, and I am going to read you a book. And for my first episode, I'm going to read you Bartholomew, Cubbins, and the Oobleck, because that was the book that was at my grandma and grandpa's house, and my grandpa used to read to me. So, let's get started. They still talk about it in the kingdom of Did, as the year the king got angry with the sky, and they still talk about the page boy, Bartholomew Cubbins. If it hadn't been for Bartholomew Cubbins, that king and that sky would have wrecked that little kingdom. Bartholomew had seen the king get angry many, many times before, but that year, when His Majesty started growling at the sky, Bartholomew Cubbins just didn't know what to make of it. Yet all that year the king did it. All year he stared up into the air above his kingdom, muttering and sputtering through his royal whiskers. Humph! The things that come down from my sky. All spring, when the rain came down, he growled at that. And all summer, when the sunshine came down, he growled at that. All autumn, when the fog came down, he growled at that. And that winter, when the snow came down, he started shouting, "This snow, this fog, this sunshine, and this rain, bah! These four things that come down from my sky." "But, King Darwin," Bartholomew tried to calm him, "you've always had these same four things come down." "That's just the trouble," bellowed the king. "Every year the same four things. I'm mighty tired of those old things. I want something new to come down." "Something new to come down?" "Something new." That's impossible, Your Majesty. You just can't have it." "Boy, don't you dare tell me what I can or cannot have. Remember, Bartholomew, I am king." I know, sire," said Bartholomew. "You rule all the land, and you rule all the people. But even kings can't rule the sky." "Can't, eh?" His Majesty flew into a terrible rage. "Well, maybe other kings can't do it, but maybe I'm one king who can. You mark my words, Bartholomew Cubbins. I will have something new come down. But how to get something new to come down? That was rather hard to think up. And for many days, the old king stomped around trying to figure out some way to do it. Then, finally, late one night, when all the lords and ladies of the palace were fast asleep, just as the king was buttoning his royal nightshirt, he suddenly stopped still. A strange wild light began to shine in his gray-green eyes. "Why, of course," he began laughing. "They can do it. They can do it for me, Bartholomew Cubbins. Blow my secret whistle. Quick, call my royal magicians." "Your magicians, Your Majesty," Bartholomew shivered. "Oh, no, Your Majesty, don't call them." "You hold your tongue, Bartholomew Cubbins. You do as I command. Blow my secret whistle." "Yes, sire," Bartholomew bowed. "But, Your Majesty, I still think that you may be very sorry." He took the king's secret whistle from the secret hook. He blew a long, low blast down the king's back secret stairway, and a moment later he heard them coming. Up from their misty hole beneath the dungeon, up the empty midnight tunnel to the royal bedchamber came the magicians on their padded, shuffling feet. Up and right into the room they came chanting. "Shuffle, duffle, muzzle, muff, Vista, wista, Mr. Cuff. We are men of groans and howls. Mystic men who eat boiled owls, tell us what you wish, O king. Our magic can do anything. I wish, spoke the king, to have you make something new fall from my skies that no other kingdom has ever had before. What can you do? What will you make? For a moment, they stopped thinking, blinking their creaky eyes. Then they spoke a word. One word. Oobleck. Oobleck? Asked the king. What will it look like? Won't look like rain, won't look like snow, won't look like fog. That's all we know. We just can't tell you anymore. We've never made Oobleck before. They bowed and started towards the door. We go now to our secret cave on mystic mountain Nikatave. There all night long we'll work for you, and you'll have Oobleck when we're through. They'll do something crazy, whispered Bartholomew. Call them back, your majesty. Stop them. Stop them? Not for a ton of diamonds, chuckled the king. Well, I'll be the mightiest man that ever lived. Just think of it. Tomorrow I'm going to have Oobleck. It took Bartholomew a long time to get the excited king to sleep that night. But there was no sleep for Bartholomew the page boy. All night long he stood in the king's window, staring out at the mystic mountain Nikatave. Somewhere up there, Bartholomew knew the magicians were working their terrible magic. All night long the magicians did. All night they walked circles around their magic fire, making magic mumbling with their clucking tongues. Oh, snow and rain are not enough. Oh, we must make some brand new stuff. So feed the fire with wet mouse hair. Burn an onion, burn a chair, burn a whisker from your chin, and burn a long sour lizard skin. Burn yellow twigs and burn red rust, and burn a stocking full of dust. Make magic smoke thick, green, and hot. It sure smells awful, does it not? That means the smoke is now just right. So quick before the day gets light. Go magic smoke, go high, go high. Go rise into the kingdom sky. Go make the Oobleck tumble down on every street in every town. Go make the wondrous Oobleck fall. Oh, bring down Oobleck on us all. Dawn was just breaking, and Bartholomew was still standing, trembling, watching at the bedchamber window. But now, as the sun rose, Bartholomew smiled. Those silly magicians hadn't done a thing. Then, suddenly, Bartholomew Cubbins stopped smiling. Was he seeing things? No, there was something strange up there in the sky. At first, it seemed like a little greenish cloud, just a wisp of greenish steam. But now it was coming lower, closer, down toward the fields and the farms and the houses of the sleeping little kingdom. It was swirling around the topmost turrets of the palace. Tiny little green specks were shimmering in the air right over his head. Queer little greenish blobs, just about the size of grape seeds. He stretched out his hand. He started to catch one. Then he pulled his hand back. There was something frightening about those blobs. Bartholomew slammed the window shut. "Wake up, Your Majesty," he shouted. "Your Oobleck is falling."